What is going on, guys? Grave here. Today we're going to talk about how Battlefield 1 is becoming boring to some people. Some people say it's kind of dying off. And this is kind of a response to Level Cap's video yesterday. If you did not see it, it is very, very good. But I kind of had a lot of the same thoughts that he did and some others as well. But a lot of people think online that the game has kind of died off or it has gotten boring since launch. And I just kind of want to talk about some things today that I think could fix it and some problems that are causing this. And this is not necessarily my opinion. Of course, this is things that I've read a lot about, but I do see why some people feel this way. And first thing would be is the player base is good. It's, you know, around 500,000-600,000 a day, and that is between PC and both consoles. Now this game, and you know, guys all know, is Battlefield has never pulled the player base thing of games like Call of Duty or CSGO. Those games have always pulled a large player base. And that's just how it is. But 500,000, 600,000 players a day is still a very healthy number. The thing that I think is kind of hurting it was the lack of content with the game when it came out. We knew there were going to be a limited amount of weapons and things of that nature because of the time, excuse me, guys, of the time period that the game is set in. And I think that turns a lot of people off because you can unlock things in the game fairly quickly, and you have a lot of the weapons fairly quickly once you get enough bonds. And then there's really not a lot to do with weapons or gadgets or anything like that after the fact of unlocking them. And I think that kind of gives that feel of Battlefront. Star Wars Battlefront had that same issue. It was a great game. A lot of people loved it. But everything got unlocked so quickly after a certain point, pretty early on, you not have a lot to grind for, not a lot of progression to go after or anything like that. And a lot of people are progression junkies, and that is a thing that I am. I hate to say it. I should just enjoy the game because it's fun, and it is a blast. It's a hell of a lot of fun to play. I've always enjoyed Battlefield games, but I am a progression junkie. So I go towards other games as well, not just playing Battlefield. I play Rainbow Six. I still play Call of Duty. I play The Division. You know, I play a lot of different games, and those games have a lot of different things progression-wise that Battlefield 1 is not offering. So that kind of pulls my attention towards those games. I think the lack of weapons and the unlock system did have a good effect or a big effect on how people feel about the game as well. Kind of like I said, it's just that lackluster kind of, it's not really that exciting to unlock things. You get a bond and you go buy it, and there's really nothing to it after that. I think one thing that would fix it, and one reason that it is kind of messed up, is the camo system. You guys know I'm not really a big fan of the battle packs. Just having camos in it, that's the only way you could get them. I think if they would figure out a way to have the system, kind of a progression system for each weapon for camos, I think that would give some people some things to grind for, some things to do, and not just be luck of the draw opening up a battle pack and, you know, you get your camo you want or you don't or whatnot. So I think that if they could figure out a way to help themselves by changing up the camo system and kind of putting it towards maybe a progression thing with each weapon, would be a great idea. One thing that really bothers me, and it's probably not a big thing in a lot of people's mind, is the medal system. You guys know that I think the medal system is broken. I really enjoyed the medal system in past Battlefield games. It was a very, not grindy process, but it did give you something to shoot for and go for all the time. And the way the medal system is now, it's just not as satisfying as the system was in past titles. Will the DLC fix this? I think so. I think the DLC will help out. I think people will come back and play during the DLC. But the thing is, it's just the time frame of the DLC coming out, where other games come out usually within a month or two of the release. It has some type of DLC, and I'm talking large DLC, not like what we have here with Giant Shadow, but you know, their first really big DLC. And that's the problem with this game. We'll have to wait until March, so I think that hurts the game itself, because a lot of people kind of get turned off by playing the same thing over and over, not having anything new to work for. I think one good solution for this would be put out some more free maps and free weapons along the way, and kind of make that lull in between DLCs a little easier. And plus, that does help out the player base, because you guys know once DLC comes out, it does split the player base up a lot, and I'm not a big fan of that. I do think in all, guys, it's still a great game, and I still think a lot of people are going to continue to play it, but I think DICE needs to figure out a few ways to tweak a few things to keep people interested in it, and find some new ways to make progression systems in the game. Game is still new, still fresh. They still got a lot of work they can do to make it even better. Guys, leave me a comment and let me know what you think. Of course, if you like the video, hit the like. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. I'll catch you next time. Peace.